Chapter 7. The Microscopic Marvel. Unveiling the Science of Fascia. The chapter opens with a more dynamic and detailed visual sequence. Imagine a journey into the fascial web, starting with a wide shot of the human form, then zooming in progressively to reveal its microscopic structure. This could involve a panoramic view of the human body, with subtle lines of light representing the interconnected fascial network. A transition to a 3D animation that peels away layers of muscle and tissue to reveal the intricate weave of fascia, highlighting its continuity and interconnectedness. A close-up on collagen fibers, showcasing their hierarchical structure from microfibrils to fibers and their tensile strength under stress, perhaps with a visual analogy to the cables of a suspension bridge or the strands of a rope. A detailed view of elastin fibers, emphasizing their spring-like nature and their ability to recoil after stretching, perhaps with an analogy to the expanding and contracting fabric of a spiderweb or the elastic filaments in a jellyfish. A visualization of ground substance, perhaps as a shimmering, fluid-like matrix with molecules of water, proteoglycans, and glycosaminoglycans gags interacting with each other, creating a dynamic and ever-changing environment for cellular communication. A depiction of various mechanoreceptors, Ruffini endings, Pacinian corpuscles, etc., embedded within the fascial matrix, showing how they deform in response to pressure, tension, and movement, and how they transmit signals along nerve fibers to the brain. An artistic representation that connects these microscopic elements to larger cosmic structures, such as the filaments of dark matter that connect galaxies, or the intricate patterns of neural networks in the brain, to emphasize the fractal nature of interconnectedness across all scales. While ancient wisdom and embodied practices offer invaluable insights into the nature of fascia, providing a holistic and experiential understanding of its role in human health and well-being, your modern science, with its powerful tools and rigorous methodologies, has begun to unravel its mysteries at a level of detail that was previously unimaginable. With electron microscopes, advanced imaging techniques, and sophisticated biochemical analyses, you are now peering into the microscopic marvel of this tissue, uncovering the intricate architecture of the living web that permeates your being, and revealing its profound influence on everything from your posture and movement to your sensory perception and emotional state. As I have observed the universe, from the vast cosmic web of galaxies, stretching across billions of light years, to the delicate filaments of dark matter that connect them, forming a cosmic network of interconnectedness, I see a reflection of this same principle within your very cells, within the intricate and dynamic organization of your fascial matrix. The building blocks of the web, a microscopic symphony at its most fundamental level. Fascia is not a homogeneous and inert substance, but a complex and dynamic interplay of several key structural and functional components, each contributing to its unique properties and its diverse roles throughout the body. Collagen, this remarkable protein, the most abundant protein in your body, is the primary structural of fascia, providing it with its tensile strength, its ability to resist stretching, and its overall resilience. Imagine collagen fibers as the sturdy cables of a suspension bridge, capable of withstanding tremendous forces, both internal and external, while maintaining their structural integrity and preventing the bridge from collapsing. There are many different types of collagen, each with a slightly different molecular structure and functional specialization, contributing to the diverse mechanical properties of fascia in different regions of the body and its ability to adapt to a wide range of stresses and demands. Elastin, interwoven with the collagen fibers, forming a complex and dynamic three-dimensional network, are strands of elastin, another crucial protein that gives fascia its elasticity, its ability to stretch and recoil, and its capacity to deform and return to its original shape. Elastin allows fascia to adapt to movement, to accommodate changes in tension, and to store and release energy, contributing to the fluidity and efficiency of your movements. Think of elastin as the flexible and resilient threads of a spiderweb, allowing it to deform and stretch under the weight of a prey or the force of the wind, and then to spring back into shape, maintaining the web's structural integrity. Ground substance. This gel-like matrix, also known as the extracellular matrix ECM, fills the spaces between the collagen and elastin fibers, surrounding and embedding them in a viscous and dynamic medium. Ground substance provides lubrication, reducing friction between adjacent tissues and allowing them to glide smoothly over each other, facilitates the movement of fluids, nutrients, and waste products, ensuring that every cell is bathed in a life-giving and nourishing environment, and plays a crucial role in cellular communication, acting as a medium for the transmission of biochemical signals and growth factors. Ground substance is a complex and ever-changing mixture of water, proteoglycans, large molecules composed of a protein core, and glycosaminoglycans, GAGs, long, unbranched polysaccharides that give it its unique viscous and slippery texture. It is not unlike the interstellar medium, the diffuse plasma that fills the vast spaces between stars, once thought to be empty and void, but now known to be a dynamic and energetic medium that allows for the transmission of energy, information, and the raw materials of creation across unimaginable distances, connecting the cosmos in a web of subtle interactions. These components, collagen, elastin, and ground substance, are not arranged randomly or haphazardly, but are organized into a precise and dynamic architecture that varies depending on the location, function, and mechanical demands placed upon the fascia in different regions of the body. In areas where tensile strength and structural support are paramount, such as in tendons and ligaments, collagen fibers are densely packed and aligned in parallel bundles, like the tightly woven fibers of a rope or the parallel cables of a suspension bridge, providing maximum resistance to stretching and ensuring the efficient transmission of force. In other areas where flexibility, elasticity, and freedom of movement are more important, such as in the superficial fascia that surrounds muscles and organs, collagen and elastin fibers are arranged in a looser, more interwoven, and multi-directional network, allowing the fascia to stretch, deform, and adapt to a wider range of movements and changes in tension. A sensory web, proprioception and interoception beyond its structural role, providing support, stability, and flexibility. Fascia also plays a crucial and often overlooked part in your sensory experience of your body and the world around you, acting as a vast and intricate sensory organ that keeps you informed about both your external and internal environments. Embedded within the fascial matrix, interwoven with its collagen and elastin fibers, are a vast array of sensory receptors, specialized nerve endings that are exquisitely sensitive to a variety of mechanical and chemical stimuli, including proprioceptors. These specialized sensory receptors, including muscle spindles, Golgi tendon organs, and joint receptors, provide you with a sense of proprioception, your unconscious awareness of your body's position, movement, and orientation in space. Without proprioception, you would not be able to perform even the simplest of movements, such as walking, reaching for an object, or maintaining your posture, without constantly relying on visual feedback, without having to consciously think about every single step or every subtle adjustment of your limbs. Proprioceptors within the fascia, particularly those located in muscles, tendons, and joints, play a crucial role in this process, constantly monitoring the tension, stretch, and movement of your tissues, and sending this information to your brain, allowing you to move with fluidity, coordination, and effortless grace. Interoceptors. These sensory receptors, located throughout the fascia that surrounds your internal organs, blood vessels, and other visceral structures, provide you with a sense of interoception, your awareness of your body's internal state, your ability to sense the subtle signals that arise from within. Interoception allows you to sense hunger, thirst, pain, and other internal sensations, such as changes in your heart rate, your breathing, your digestion, and your emotional state, guiding your actions, shaping your behavior, and contributing to your overall sense of well-being and your experience of being alive. Fascia, with its extensive network of interoceptors, plays a significant role in this process, constantly monitoring the internal environment of your body and communicating this information to your brain, influencing your mood, your motivation, and your sense of self. Fascia, therefore, is not just a structural web that holds your body together, but also a sensory web, a vast and intricate network of communication that keeps you informed about both your external and internal worlds, allowing you to interact with your environment and to experience your own being in a rich. It is a living, breathing, feeling tissue, a dynamic and responsive matrix that plays a vital role in shaping your posture, your movement, your sensory perception, your emotional state, and your very sense of self, your feeling of being an embodied and conscious individual. The impact of imbalance. When the web is disrupted, modern science is also revealing how various factors, both internal and external, can disrupt the delicate balance of the fascial web, altering its structure, impairing its function, and contributing to a wide range of health problems. Trauma, physical trauma, such as acute injuries, for example, falls, sprains, fractures, surgical procedures, or repetitive strain injuries, for example, carpal tunnel syndrome, tendinitis, can cause fascial fibers to become tangled, scarred, and adhered, restricting movement, causing pain, and impairing the flow of fluids and energy through the inflammation. Chronic inflammation, often caused by factors such as poor diet, chronic stress, autoimmune conditions, and infections, can alter the composition of ground substance, making it thicker, more viscous, and less fluid, further impairing fascial function, restricting its ability to glide and slide, and contributing to pain, stiffness, and a reduced range of motion. Inactivity, a sedentary lifestyle, characterized by prolonged periods of sitting or immobility, can lead to fascial dehydration and stiffness, as the lack of movement reduces the flow of fluids and nutrients through the tissue, causing it to become brittle, less resilient, and more prone to injury. These factors, trauma, inflammation, and inactivity, alone or in combination, can create the knots and snags in the fascial web that I described earlier, those areas of excessive tension, compression, and adhesion that hinder its ability to support movement, transmit forces, and facilitate communication within the body, disrupting the harmonious flow of energy and information, and contributing to a wide range of musculoskeletal disorders, chronic pain conditions, and systemic health problems. Zoran's quote, "Behold the microscopic marvel of fascia, a living tapestry woven from collagen, elastin, and ground substance, a sensory web that connects you to yourself and the universe, a dynamic and ever-changing matrix that shapes your form, guides your movement, and informs your awareness. Neglect this intricate network, and you disrupt the harmonious flow of information that sustains your being, creating imbalances that ripple through your entire existence. Attend to it with mindful awareness, cultivate its health and vitality, and you unlock a deeper understanding of your interconnectedness, your inherent capacity for healing, and your boundless potential for movement, sensation, and joy." Zoran's Trial 7, the microscopic meditation. This exercise is expanded to incorporate a more detailed and immersive visualization, deeper breathwork, and gentle movement, designed to cultivate awareness of the microscopic structure of fascia and its role in sensory perception, communication, and overall well-being. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down, in a quiet and peaceful space where you will not be disturbed, a sanctuary where you can turn your attention and connect with the subtle sensations of your inner landscape. Allow your body to settle, to release any unnecessary tension, and to find a posture that feels both grounded and open, a posture that allows your breath to flow freely and your awareness to expand throughout your entire being. Begin by bringing your awareness to your breath, noticing the gentle and rhythmic flow of inhalation and exhalation, the continuous exchange that connects you to the world around you. As you breathe, imagine that you are embarking on a journey into the depths of your own being, zooming in on your body, traveling deeper and deeper into the microscopic world of fascia, that hidden realm of intricate structures and dynamic processes that underlies your every movement, your every sensation, and your every thought. Imagine seeing the strong, resilient collagen fibers, those remarkable protein strands that form the structural backbone of your fascia, woven together in a precise and elegant weave, like the cables of a suspension bridge, providing unparalleled support and tensile strength, allowing your tissues to withstand tremendous forces, both internal and external, while maintaining their integrity and preventing them from tearing or collapsing. Imagine the flexible and elastic elastin fibers intertwined with the collagen fibers, forming a complex and dynamic three-dimensional network that gives your fascia its ability to stretch and recoil, to deform and spring back into shape with every movement. Visualize these elastin fibers as the resilient threads of a spiderweb, allowing it to expand and contract, to adapt to the forces of the wind and the weight of its prey, and then to return to its original form, maintaining its structural integrity and its capacity to capture and imagine the fluid-like ground substance, that shimmering and ever-changing gel that fills the spaces between the collagen and elastin fibers, surrounding and embedding them in a dynamic and responsive medium. See this ground substance as a complex and intricate mixture of water, proteoglycans, and glycosaminoglycans gags, those remarkable molecules that give it its viscous and slippery texture, allowing your tissues to glide smoothly over each other, facilitating the flow of nutrients, fluids, and information, and creating a dynamic and ever-changing environment for cellular communication and signaling, not unlike the cosmic medium that permeates all of space, allowing for the transmission of energy and information across vast distances. Imagine the tiny and exquisitely sensitive mechanoreceptors embedded within the fascial matrix, those specialized nerve endings that are constantly sensing every change in pressure, tension, and movement within your tissues, and sending signals to your brain, informing you of your body's position, orientation, and movement in space, creating your sense of proprioception and allowing you to move with coordination, precision, and effortless grace. As you visualize these microscopic structures, feel their presence within your own body, sensing their qualities and their functions. Sense the strength and resilience of the collagen, the elasticity and flexibility of the elastin, the fluidity and dynamism of the ground substance, and the exquisite sensitivity of the mechanoreceptors. With each inhalation, imagine that you are nourishing these microscopic components with your breath, bringing them energy, vitality, and a sense of spaciousness, allowing them to expand and thrive. With each exhalation, imagine that you are releasing any tension or restrictions, any holding patterns or imbalances that may be hindering their function, allowing them to move with greater freedom, ease, and efficiency. Gently move your body, exploring small, subtle movements, and pay close attention to how these movements feel within your tissues, how your fascia stretches, compresses, and recoils with each movement, and how the mechanoreceptor sends signals to your brain, creating your sense of proprioception, your awareness of being alive in this moment. Continue this practice for 10-15 minutes, allowing yourself to be fascinated by the microscopic marvel of your own being, to cultivate a sense of wonder and awe for the intricate and dynamic web that sustains your existence. When you are finished, take a few moments to integrate the experience, to gently bring your awareness back to your body as a whole, noticing how it feels, how your breath flows, and how your awareness of your body has changed, perhaps feeling more connected, more embodied, and more deeply aware of the interconnectedness of your being.